let's talk about how dumb I am, right? I did it again. I did it. I completed. I feel like I clocked, a game of how to be a simpleton 101. And I've just like clocked, give me the sequel, all right? Because I've finished that game. You might remember a few months ago, Meg came on the podcast with me and we told a story about us locking ourselves out of our own home. And you were probably thinking, that is some classic Luke shit. I wouldn't do that because I've got a brain on my head. Well, just like the Empire, I fucking striked back. I did it again. I do not take no for an answer. No, I do not take being whatever. I'm an idiot. I locked myself out of my house again and had no one to help me this time. Had no way of getting back in. I had to embarrassingly call my real estate agent. Last time, I left a window slightly ajar and we essentially broke into our own home. We used a knife. We cut the fly wire, had to replace it. It was a whole thing. It ended up being expensive. There was a trip to Bunnings involved and it was just a pain in the ass. But this time, out of sheer embarrassment of calling my real estate agent, I didn't do it. So I'm supposed to be going to do Luke and Lewis, which is we do the show in Frankston. It's like 50 minutes away from where I live, which is annoying. So I'm leaving to go and like I'm supposed to be driving to Ruben's house, right? He's a guy who works on our show if you don't listen. And I'm already like, actually, no, let's be honest. I wasn't late. I'm never late. That is very uncharacteristic of me to be 20 minutes late to everything. Okay. Would never happen. I'm not going to confirm or deny if I was running 20 minutes late, but I can confirm that I was rushing. So if you want to think, oh, Luke, it sounds like you were running 20 minutes late, like you always are, then fine. That's on you. But all I can say is I was rushing. Maybe I just wanted to be extra punctual. Who knows? I was walking out my door and most people do phone, wallet, keys, and in my case, I do paw. I do a pocket check. Everyone does it. You go, you pad around. You just feel around. I did the pad, but I did it in the wrong order. I was in a rush, so I locked the door, the big wooden door behind me. Most houses have a wooden door, then a fly wire. Locked the wooden door, which I locked myself behind me. And then I was like, great. Next step, should have been the first step, but step 2, check if I've got everything. And I go, phone, fuck yes, nailed it, Luke, you're the man. I'm like, wallet, oh, dude, you are killing it today. Keep up the great work. I was like, paw, oh man, take the rest of the day off. You are totally on it. And I went, keys, and I didn't feel a jingle. It was just silence. There's nothing better than that. Ting, 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 ting. And you're like, great, I got them. There was nothing. I just went, keys. And I was like, it was almost like a roll call. I was like, keys. Excuse me, keys. Keys. And I even checked my back pocket. Why would they be in my back pocket? I never put anything in my back pocket. Then I checked my hoodie pocket, that one in the middle, this one, right? I was like, keys. I was like, okay, I've done fucked up. I have done fucked up here. And Meg is not here to save me because at this point she was still in hospital. And I went, okay, cool. Okay, that's fine. I might have left the window open again. I can break it. I've broken in once. I can break in again. I might be getting good at it. At this point, I'm pretty much a thief of my own home. I'm a burglar. So I was like, I've got skills. You know, I got a sharp object. It would have been great to use my keys to break in, but I didn't have them. I was like, I can find a stick in the backyard. That's fine. Didn't leave a window open. I was too goddamn on it earlier in the day. I closed all the windows. I locked up everything. I was just on fire until this one moment. Now, the reason why I was hesitant to call my real estate agent is because my real estate agent is a girl that I went to high school with. Now, I already know she thinks I'm an idiot because she has to read my emails about, oh, Luke, your rent's late. And it's never because I don't have the money. It's always just because I forget or something comes up and I'm like, oh, yeah. That's just like my vibe, you know? I'm the guy you've got to keep tabs on if you're going into business with me because I'm unreliable, right? That's why I was rushing. That's why I often lock myself out of my house. It's kind of just part of my whole vibe. It's like, oh, he's cool and he's fun and he's a bit too chilled. That's kind of my thing. And so I was like, I really didn't want to call her because I was like, oh, this is just not going to bode well for me at all, because this is, firstly, it's not the first time, but they don't know about the first time. And I was like, she's already inspected my house. There was probably mess and stuff when she came over. I was like, look, she just doesn't, I felt like I was like, I don't want someone I know to judge me for this, because this is a really stupid thing to do. So then I paced around my front yard for a bit. I'm like, come on, Luke. This has been, you're a pro rhymer. This has been years and years and years of human evolution. Use your big Homo sapien brain to come up with a solution that doesn't involve admitting you fucked up, right? Because that's what everyone does in that situation. I was like, what? Me take the blame for my own for own problem? No, we'll never take responsibility. How dare you? I gave in. I was like, okay, there's nothing I can do. I'm already running late. I texted Ruben. I was like, I'm fucked up. I've got to go to my real estate agent. So I called them up. She was like, I'm working from home at the moment. I can't drop them off because they have a spare key, obviously. And I was like, I'm going to have to walk there. So it's like I estimated a 20-minute walk to my local real estate agent from our place. I called Ruben and he's like, okay, well, I can just come and pick you up. He lives 20 minutes away. Because I was like, yeah, if you just drive 20 minutes, it's going to take me like 40 minutes to walk up and back anyway, and get these keys. And then we had to get stuff from Bunnings. So I was like, I'm going to go to Bunnings, which is closer to my house. So I walked to Bunnings, and then I got what I needed from Bunnings. And then I still had 10 minutes to kill in my backyard while Ruben was coming to pick me up. So at first, I started walking to the real estate agent before Ruben started coming. So I just started walking from my house. And again, I'm pretty lonely. Meg's not around. I got no one to complain about this to. And whenever I get into situations like this, I'd never, ever get angry. And so I just start sending Meg these videos of me walking.
I'm walking down the street because I gotta get keys because I got a small brain. And this is what I wanted to do with my day.
So that's kind of where I was at during this. Meg wasn't replying, so I just kept going.
I was already 20 minutes late. Now I am an hour and 20 minutes late. I have a tiny brain. It's so tiny. It's so small.
So tiny. Yes, it is. I have a microscopic brain. It matches my penis. Woo! So I'm a psychopath at this point. I'm walking along the side of the road singing about how small my brain was. So I've hit a point of delirious at this point of the story. I think there's another one maybe. I kept going. I was pretty bored.
Incy Wincy Luke Brain locked the keys in the house. Incy Wincy Luke Brain didn't think about anything ever. I forgot the song.
So that's where I was at emotionally at that point. Not in a great state. I'm singing a parody of Incy Wincy Spider about my Incy Wincy little brain that didn't think before he locked the door. And I could see the keys on the coffee table the whole time. I can see the key. Do you know how frustrating that is when you lock the door and then just turn around and be like, I can see them. They're right there. But I'd have to smash glass in a rental property to get them. How annoying. So anyway, Ruben finally agrees to pick me up. What a bloody legend. He's having none of it when I get there, right? He's just, because he's had to drive 20 minutes each way. So 40 minutes out of his way to come get me. Because I have an Incy Wincy brain. And anyway, guys, I went and got the keys. He had to drive me to the real estate agent. Then it was a whole thing. And that's it. That's the story. Look, it doesn't end well, okay? It's a bit of a stinker of a story, but that's it. That's the way it goes, unfortunately.
Somewhere on the sea, it got a little longer, so it's